Hey guys, guess what came in the mail? It's a silver YouTube plaque made of authentic corrugated cardboard and Baowu steel. You know, one of these guys will net you anywhere from 600 to 700 pejorative comments at this year's Thanksgiving. It's great because I was worried about the trans stuff, but I think everybody else is just embarrassed and worried about what my eclectic YouTube career will do to my family's lily-white, unsullied reputation. It says, presented to Ro Ramden for passing 100,000 subscribers. Ro Ramden is, in fact, me, still. I hope, at least. You can never really tell these days because of pronouns and the woke left. But really, 100,000 subscribers is absolutely ridiculous. I owe every single one of you a thank you, and honestly, some financial compensation. You know, consider this like a mesothelioma commercial. If I made you gay or weird, I owe you like a SoundCloud repost. This is just awesome, though. I've had this for a bit, but when I first got it, I opened it with my roommate, and I just kind of stared at it for like 40 seconds because I've wanted to do YouTube since I was like 12. So this is just, you know, thank you. It's wild to me that I get to do this. I am so lucky and so privileged, and thank you for your support. We're gonna get to the video, but first here's a tiny itty-witty little message from today's sponsor. Listen, I'm one step away from a walking billboard. If Frito-Lay wanted to do a stick and poke face tattoo ad placement for $25,000, I'd say yes, and I'd rep the Matador meat snacks and Stacy's pita chips with the vivacious alacrity of a white mom getting a microplane at Williams-Sonoma. But every once in a while, a brand slides into my emails, and I think, yeah, I can actually use this, and I will use this, so thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. ExpressVPN is an app that encrypts your network data through a VPN server, a virtual private network server, to protect your privacy. Sorry that I'm sweating and that I look like the referee for an Ann Arbor Junior High GSA. When you're on the internet, everything is tracked by ISPs, and we forfeit so much data to those internet service providers and, you know, information, and ExpressVPN just kind of puts a little hand up and says, hey, maybe stop being able to predict exactly what I'm thinking by collecting and selling all of my data. It does a bunch of stuff, too. Recently, I wanted to watch something on Netflix, but it was only available in Canada, the France of mainland North America, and my passport got stolen by the meddling elf who lives in my town alchemist floorboards. Let me tell you, that town alchemist has some dubious incantations, but boy, does he make a mean, gold bar. I don't know how to end that one. Luckily, ExpressVPN lets you transport yourself all over the world, so within seconds, I was in Canada. I was watching all of my devious little shows and movies, chuckling like a dad at one of those Elvis films that are fundamentally unenjoyable and were filmed on like a Bolex that had like a 1mm sensor. All of that is why I would recommend ExpressVPN. It's super easy. Just click a button and you're protected. And it doesn't even slow your connection like other VPNs. Find out how you can get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free by visiting expressvpn.com/row or by clicking the link in the description box below. Hello, welcome back to the Portrait of the Dorian Gray. I'm the age that I am right now, and not much older and eviler. I certainly am not an antediluvian mammal. Cryptocurrency, my coquettish paramour. I've had many a tryst with crypto over the months. My second ever video is about NFTs, and I suppose it's fitting now that I've hit 100K that we circle back around and reap what we have sown. Also because I don't want to talk about what every other channel is talking about right now, okay? Andrew Tate and Sneeko are scary. They're like scary and evil. I don't want to dignify it with, you know, content. But oh boy, I do want to dignify. I want to make content about it so bad. I won't, though, because of my brilliant moral axioms, which are, if it gets me doxxed, don't do it. Guys, it's wild to say this, but I think we took a W. Every other video on this channel is about something that probably will not get measurably better, not to be a doomer, but I can't will that MGK be smited by a spiteful god. It's just not in the cards. But I complained about crypto and fictitious capital, and how it was replicating the exact same capitalist system we are already in, and oh boy, crypto crash. Let's all take a moment to do two things. One is revel in the W of having called this stupid and then watching it take a massive hit. And two is also maybe feel bad for the normal people who lost a lot of money. Yes. Yeah, baby, that's a colossal W. It is quite serious, though, and the financial implications could be devastating for some people, so it's a dignified, sepulchral W. You know, it's a black tie event, not because it's fancy, but because it is both a party and a funeral. Oh, I'm so sweaty, it's so hot in Seattle, why is it so hot in Seattle? Listen, I'm late to this video because, one, you gotta see if it's a temporary dip, and two, because I'm actually just bad at YouTube, and frankly, when I think about a video, I freak out. So first, I guess let's just look at the numbers. Ether was valued at around 4K in January of this year, and now it is valued around $1,500. Bitcoin was at $47,000 at the beginning of this year, and now it is at around $20,000. These are massive losses. Now, I feel the need to clarify, as always, I don't like seeing crypto fail because I like seeing people fail or seeing people get screwed over. Crashes are a part of markets generally, and in the case of crypto, and especially Ether and NFTs, I have a lot of sympathy for ordinary people who fell for the snake oil salesmen who are touting the services of Ethereum as a new golden age renaissance type opportunity for small artists to get paid and whatnot. You know, the people who weren't signing on for for a get-rich-quick scheme. In spite of all of this, though, it is still a greater fool's theory moment, though, and many of the people engaging with Ether and NFTs were simply looking for other people to screw over in perpetuity, trading assets that, you know, I don't really know if they actually believed held any sort of intrinsic value. I also take issue with the use of blockchain technology or digital ledgers being used as a decentralized form of currency holding. Folding Ideas video was the moment on this, and it brilliantly outlines why Coda's law is so volatile and the many drawbacks to the system. Additionally, I protest the creation of fictitious capital altogether, as it seeks to create merely another capitalistic hierarchy through a different form of currency masquerading as an underdog decentralized method, when in reality people are just going to accumulate wealth and screw people over regardless. And also the market is so unstable that even if you're listening to people who quote-unquote know what they're doing, it can basically still boil down to grand-scale gambling. The entry price of a Bored Ape has dropped under $100,000, and this year has dropped 78% of their value, as the overall crypto market has fallen under $1 trillion from $3 trillion last November, which is a catastrophic hit. Okay, so 48% of the total value of the collection Bored Apes is gone. Now, I love to see the Bored Apes fail, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I love to see them fail. That was it. I hate these goddamn abominations so much. I'm just happy to see them lower in value so that I feel less like I'm losing my mind when Paris Hilton and Jimmy Fallon wave theirs around on The Tonight Show. So in terms of just the general downfall of cryptocurrency, the crypto nightmare started earlier this year with the crash of the cryptocurrency Luna, which had a market capitalization of $40 billion. It went from being worth $116 to zero. Less than a penny. Less than a cent. $116 to zero. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. So there's a bunch of jargon, stablecoin, UST, Terra blockchain that I could try to impart to you so you could understand the exact Rube Goldberg machine that is crypto, but I think it would be more helpful if I just told you that I curled up like a pill bug and rolled into a set of dominoes, and that's what caused the Luna crash. So the Terra blockchain is kind of like a race car track that Luna slid down like a Hot Wheel or a Matchbox car, which then would fall into a bucket, weighing it in such a way that the stablecoin collected with the Marble Run tubing. Then Porky Pig says, "That's all, folks," and the show ends. Did you guys know that El Salvador declared Bitcoin a national currency? Yeah, what do you think happened next? Declaring Bitcoin a national currency is like declaring ABC's Bad Judge your national television show, right? You've got like one season before everything goes downhill. Yeah, of course kudzu is the national American plan. No, it's not a problem, we're fine. The Bitcoin crash, though, was nuts. It really did occur in only a matter of days. From May 4th to May 11th, Bitcoin dropped $12,000 in value, from 40K to 28K. And from June 7th to June 18th, it dropped from 31K down to 19K. From there, the most it's climbed in the last 2 months has been around 24K, and presently it's back down to around like 20,600. I know, right? Like, pop the champagne, this shit was so annoying, I hope it dies even harder. However, crypto losses are also kind of like because of the impending possibility of a recession, and also inflation, and also everything is going wrong everywhere. Bitcoin prices are really like a mirror where I can just look in and laugh, and then I realize that it's just me in there, a bumbling harlequin. So of course in the times when global financial stability is in question, who's going to double down on crypto, right? Crypto, you know, the famously stable type of currency. I think that's what most people are going to say about it. Crypto is stable like a seesaw is stable, you know? Crypto is stable like the Tacoma Narrows Bridge is stable. Bitcoin was at $68,000 at its all-time peak only last November. Now it's just a washed-up secondary school rugby player reminiscing at Nando. Listen, some experts apparently say that Bitcoin is destined to hit 100K in 2022. I don't really see that happening, considering all of it, everything. Yeah, really just all of it, the overwhelming weight of reality. But I'm not an economist. That's not saying much, though. I mean, economics is like the alchemy of the social sciences. These guys don't really know what their strategy is. They're just throwing turmeric and GPUs into a cauldron and trying to summon a Bitcoin. People call feng shui silly and then attend labor economics and policy classes. Ancient geomancy has done more for my home than a housing market ever will. I will hang crystals between my bed and door to balance the bagua 1,000 times before renting property out to someone. Really though, don't sleep on feng shui. Bed placement is more important than most prescription psychiatric medication. Maybe not. Sorry. What do you want from me? What, you want me to be like a facts don't care about your feelings type guy? No. You're on my channel. This is Ro Ramsden. My feelings alter facts. My feelings can move mountains and make molehills into them. Some people say I have a god complex. I just think I'm a complex god. My idolatry can't be confined in the same way that Jesus's was. It's much more subversive and Lynchian and requires multiple watches, whereas I understood the Bible the first time I saw VeggieTales. Okay, but real talk, this crypto crash is not necessarily an end to NFTs or crypto. People are still going to buy it, people are still going to sell it, people are still just going to shill for it in general. Just at this point, it has lost a bit of steam, and the sheen of marketability and stability it had in the first place that really led to its like rocketing up in 2021 is a little bit, you know, it's gonna weigh a little bit. So that may make it less visible for now, which is nice because a lot of the odd feelings surrounding NFTs in the first place were a result of the ridiculous amount of press coverage and visibility surrounding them. It was insane how much you would see about them. But on the other hand, as I mentioned earlier, the people who are probably going to suffer from this are impressionable people that dumped savings into crypto unknowingly and now have lost a lot of money. And I really do feel for those people because greater fool schemes are just looking for people to exploit. But watching crypto start to burn out is hopefully indicative of a gradual heat death of the crypto universe and the scumbags that seek to exploit those at the bottom of its pyramid whose lives are ruined, by the volatility of said system. But yeah, that's my baby tiny crypto update for you guys. Crypto crashed hard. It's almost unfathomable to imagine, the market cap for all of crypto being 3 trillion and now it being 1 trillion, in the scope of less than a year. It's also kind of proof that, all of these people that give you concrete statements about the stability of crypto or to hold or to drop or whatever are really just stilt walkers themselves. They're wobbling just as much as you are. Yeah, and you probably shouldn't buy NFTs. Don't do that. Don't do that in the first place is my advice for that. Also, before I go, I'm going to be a bit vague about this because this person is closeted. I have a friend. They are a queer trans person of color who is in need of funds. I'm going to put links to their fundraising stuff in the description. You can read more about their story there. It is compelling. I know them personally, personally. I've known them for years. And go check that out and donate if you feel compelled. And I will also post it on Twitter and Instagram and stuff, just links to that. But yeah, go check out his GoFundMe and please consider donating to him. He is great and he deserves the support. He's also an incredible artist. So if you want to go and purchase any of his art, feel free. Anywho, that's all I got. I'm gonna put out another video before the end of this month, contractually. Yeah, so I can't walk back on that one, actually. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. Again, go click that silly little description link for 3 months free on me. You're welcome, and you don't have to thank me. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, remember that you're loved, and it's been a pleasure. Until next time, bye.
This shit really is on my head. I can't stop on the back. I can't stop on the back. My first man was gone in handy. They pop my candy. I can't find this present family. Since I can't stand me. Bass on my voice like Randy. My go broke, no pin me. I'm so cool, no anorex. I panic, my pretending. I get stuff from Granny. Both know what's new. Paper chase with Parker, but it's different avenues. I'm scared of the